Um, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Well, there isn't really any news to speak of today, but a socks I've been looking for is turned up. Oh, I guess that doesn't really qualify as news. That's it for today. Have fun out there. I mean, I guess this is the AP style book, but... And I guess in like a technical paper. I don't know. I mean, in a technical paper, yeah, sure. But other than that, I mean, in common everyday speech, I'll just explain what I'm talking about. So it's the AP style book, put out a tweet. I think it was this morning. Do not use derogatory terms such as insane, crazy, crazed, nuts, or deranged unless they are part of a quotation that is essential to the story. Avoid using mental health terms to describe unrelated issues. Don't say that an award show, for example, was schizophrenic. I agree with that example they used, and I agree with insane. But crazy and nuts do have other connotations. Like in like a paper that you're writing for like school or university, totally. But like, right? I use the term cocoa bananas all the time. But I say crazy is. I mean, if you're talking about an event, I don't know. I guess I guess you'd have to look into the etymology of crazy. I mean, crazy because they all have their own connotations. Like the word geek was originally. It was originally created by Dr. Seuss, but it was originally used as a derogatory term against people with what's the disease or what's the mental condition? Not Asperger's. I don't remember its name. But it was originally used as a derogatory term against them. And then it later on fell into what we called nerd culture. Ah, crap. What the... My mind is just completely blanking. It starts with an A. I know that. Not asexual. Not asexual. Even though they can be asexual. I'm completely blanking. My brain is doing a brain fart right now. Do we still have... Yeah, we've got some of that from yesterday. Okay. Autism. There you go. Right. Geek was originally used as a derogatory term against people with autism. And then it later changed to being like nerd, even though a geek and a nerd are two different things. Right? They eventually conjunctioned each other. It's a little bit more complicated than that, admittedly. As is everything. But yeah. That's me being a language nerd. Like, knowing my shit just well enough to actually talk about it. I don't know. Like, insane, I do kind of get, right? That one's got some stronger implications. But crazy, I don't know. That's a little bit more complicated. In a paper, like, you're turning in... Right, like there are certain rules and conjunctions, and this is coming from the AP style book. So I see the argument, but it's a little... But like in everyday use, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. It's complicated. But, yeah. And I've never heard anybody say, oh, that thing was so schizophrenic. I've never heard that before. I'm sure it's happened, but I've never heard it. I don't know. I saw that on Twitter. Game Explains. And I was just like, oh, that's what I was reading as I started the stream while I was waiting for the game to load. Oh God, have I talked about Game Explains? Oh shit. I think I was going to yesterday and then just completely forgot. So I'm going to assume this one is bad, but this one is good. I'm just going to make that healthy assumption. Oh, and Red's here today. Oh, that's good. I'm always down for more paintings. I am missing so many fossils. Okay, I'm missing... Oh, do I... Wait, no, wait. No, I guess I do have them all. I guess I was wrong. For some reason, I thought I was missing one. Huh. So, what happened with Game Explains. So, a few months ago, John Cartwright left Game Explains, right? He wanted to move on to other projects. And I was like, oh, well, okay, right, that's fine. And at the time, I think they had either started hiring or were looking to hire more people. So John Cartwright leaving Game Explains is just kind of like, okay, right? It makes sense. They're getting a bigger cast and he wants to move on. Okay. And then Derek left a few days ago, like last week sometime, because he had been planning on leaving or whatever, and he wanted to leave before his kid was born. I didn't mean to go in here yet. Makes sense, right? That makes perfect sense. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, like 2 days ago, Ash Paulson and Steve Bolins also left. Like, just out of the blue. And I was like, what? Why did they leave? Right? That was so sudden. And like I said, they've been bringing in new staff and whatnot. And maybe they planned to leave like a little earlier, but because of the election, they didn't. Because didn't John also have because John's son or daughter, I don't remember which, was also born like within like 24 hours of Derek and Bell Ames. Hey, Prox, how you doing? But yeah, so that was really surprising, honestly. I was not expecting that. But yeah, all of Game Explains left. And, Andre's still there. But all the like, because I've been watching them since, like 2013. Yeah, that's how long I've been watching Game Explains, since like 2013-ish. And so to see, like, those were the 4 originals, especially, right, or the 5, and now it's just Andre left. And don't get me wrong, they've hired some new people. I've seen some of Triss's stuff, and they seem pretty good, right? And I've heard a few of the other ones. But yeah, it's just it's weird. All of a sudden, Game Explains is broken up. But then what made things just a little bit more complicated is that the next day, so yesterday, Steve, Derek, Ash, and also John started a new project called Good Vibe Gamings. And like, there's all this speculation, right? With them just suddenly, like, John leaving, okay, right? That had been built up. Steve leaving, Derek leaving, right? It's his kid, right? That also makes sense. Ash and Steve just suddenly leaving, and then them all just getting together on a new channel without Andre. There's been a lot of speculation. Most of it's baseless. But I'd be lying if I said there wasn't speculation. Especially from what I can tell, there seems to be no bad blood between them, right? Like, it doesn't seem like Andre is angry with any of them. There was some speculation about, like, politics, because Andre is very political, and I fully support him. I mean, maybe it's because we agree, but I fully support his politics. I mean, I don't agree with Andre on everything, but I definitely agree with him more than I do others, right? And I fully supported him being very political on the both Game Explains and on Twitter, right? Same thing with, like, Kinda Funny. The reason I am so political here on stream is because of Kinda Funny, because people like Greg Miller and Blessing and Nick and Andrew and Tim and Andy, right, have been willing to stand up and be political. And yeah, so that's why I'm so political. And Andre, I'd be lying if I said Andre didn't play a part in that. 48, so that's not great. I mean, we still have time. Hey, Cammancraft, how you doing? Let's see, 48, okay. I mean, there's still, we're gonna have a small spike. It probably won't be, and it could be as soon as tomorrow, or it could be as early as Thursday, as late as Saturday, but we're gonna make a little money. Not much, but we're gonna make a little. I've checked out your YouTube channel the other day. Yeah. Oh god, back when I used to. One day I need to finish Steven. Yeah. This looks pink, but we'll see. And I'm always down for a game wheel. I should... Oh, God. I mean, Extra Life is Saturday. What? You know what? The stream on Saturday is either going to be very early or very late. Because Extra Life is that day. Should I do something stupid for... Gosh dang it. I feel like I should... I mean, technically Extra Life goes all week. But I'm a big supporter of Extra Life. Should I do something stupid for Extra Life? Gosh dang it. I'm not eating one of those spicy chips again. I already did that like 3 years ago. That video exists somewheres. I'm not eating one of those spicy chips. No, sorry, Bob. God, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. Honestly, the milk was worse. Like I didn't drink milk forever after that. I would do that streaming stuff, but nobody will. I mean, you just got to keep working at it. I've been doing this for over 10 years now. You just got to keep working at it. Do I need a... I could buy a concierge uniform. Yep. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years. I've rebooted my channel actually, let's say 4 times. I'll say 4 times. That seems correct. Yeah, you just gotta keep working at it. So I'm looking for more clams. Man, 10 years. I thought I was the one taking too long to get affiliate. Oh, is this... What is this? Oh, yeah! I buried a climbing wall here yesterday and then completely forgot to come back and get it. 10 years. I mean, I haven't been Twitch streaming for 10 years. Twitch streaming I've been doing for... basically the entire Trump campaign. I don't remember when I did Sky Factory, but I did Sky Factory... I've been trying. Yeah, I think I started sometime in 2016, because I did Sky Factory, and then in 2017 I did in 2018 I did a... Wait, what's my time scale here? Maybe... What's my time scale here? I know I did Sky Factory at some point. Then, I thought in 2017 I did the Year of Zelda. But maybe... When did the Switch come out? No, maybe in 2018 I did the Year of Zelda. 2019 I did the Year of Metroid, at least for the first half of the year. And 2020 is my year of Animal Crossing. When did I do Sky Factory then? My timetable's a complete mess. It always has been. Like 2 years ago? Was it only 2 years ago? God. I feel like Sky Factory was like so long ago. But 2 or 3? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise... I mean, I can... Is there any easy way to get to the channel? Actually, I already know. Actually, there is an easy way. Give me a second. When did I do Sky Factory? Let's see here. Archive. I gotta go all the way back. Oh god, so many episodes of Animal Crossing. Let's see. There's Year of Metroid. There's Year of Zelda. There's Kirby. I did Cuphead. Yeah, there's Cuphead. Sky Factory. Yeah, 3 years ago. Wow. The Switch came out in 2017. I always forget that. God, that's 3 years ago, and that feels like nothing. Sky Factory I did in August of 2017? God, really? I remember, I know I started off streaming on YouTube before that. Like, I know when YouTube first got streaming, I was using that intermittently, and I have a few times. I did a live review once of the season... No, technically it wasn't the season 5 finale. God, the Switch... Because I got the capture card after I got the Switch. God, that's crazy. It doesn't feel... Hey, look, there it is. Me using crazy. That's the discussion we had at the beginning of the stream. It really doesn't feel like it was that long ago. But it was also but it also feels like it was forever ago. I mean, don't get me wrong. 2020 has been 3 years long now. Actually, that's probably an underestimate. 2020 has lasted forever, but still. And to think there's going to be a new Switch coming out next year. The Switch Pro. No, well, I say that, but, I mean, the next generation of consoles did start today. The Xbox Series X and Series S, I guess, did come out today. And the PS4, or PS5, I mean, comes out in 2 days. That's kind of crazy. Has been a little long for me. And yeah, 2020, I say it's been like 3 years. And like in some ways it definitely did feel like that. Like March lasted forever. But like July and August went by in like a blink, right? July and August went by super fast. So yeah, 2020 is complicated. God, to think the next generation of consoles starts today. My brother bought one of the new Xboxes. So yeah. The Xbox Series X. I still don't know if I'm getting a PS5. I have basically until tomorrow night to decide. I probably won't, but you never know. But I can play good. Yeah, you know, I wanted to get into PC gaming, but my computer's 6 years old now. 6 years old now. 6 years old. And it can't run anything anymore. Like, even at its prime, it was never amazing. But, like, nowadays, nah, it can't run anything. And I've always been a Nintendo guy. right? Like, I mostly play Nintendo games or indie games. And yeah, and even though my PC wasn't amazing, it could run most indie games. But yeah, I'm super into PlayStation exclusives. And definitely if I do pick up an Xbox, there are tons of, like, I do want to try Ori Pori Pudding and Pie. Or I want to replay Ori Pori Pudding and Pie. That's the more correct way to think about it. I do want to play Ori and the Wimble Bimble for the first time. Sea of Thieves. I don't care about any of the Gears games. Nah, I never have. Whatever that one game I said was. There was something else that just got added to Game Pass, like, last week, where I was like, ooh, that's super interesting. My computer can run GTA 5 at max settings, around 60 FPS. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good, all things considered. My thing my thing can barely run Vice City. No, it actually, I've never tried Vice City on it, admittedly, but it'd probably run decent-ish. Ah, God, I loved Vice City. Ah, what a great game that was. I was definitely too young to play it at the time, but oh, I loved Vice City. God, there was one helicopter mission I was stuck on for like well over a year. Only thing is that my internet sucks, so streaming isn't perfect. Yeah, my internet's actually pretty decent, all things considered. Like I I don't have cable or anything. So, and I just have internet, and yeah, it works fine for me. Yeah, my internet's not too bad. I mean, here in America anyways, internet service providers are a monopoly, and they fuck over the average consumer on a constant basis. And it really should be the government's job to break up the internet monopolies, but they refuse to do anything about it. And it's because they're being lobbied, right? And then you have fucking Ajit Pai, who is in the pocket of the media companies and destroyed net neutrality, which is something that hopefully under the Biden administration will be will be able to reinstate net neutrality. Because just because he got rid of it doesn't mean we can't reinstate it. Because fuck that guy. God, the government really needs to do their fucking job and regulate the monopolies. The telecom companies, Amazon, Google, Facebook, all need to be broken up. They're too big. I mean, they're starting procedures with Google. Like they are starting to like break up Google, or at least there's talks about it, because Google is like the primary search engine on every device. And, of course, Google's going to have to argue against it because they want to keep their monopoly, which they totally have a monopoly. Yeah, Bing exists, but nobody uses Bing. And 10% of Apple's annual profits comes from Google paying them to make sure Google is the default search engine on iPhones. True fact. You can look it up. You can Wikipedia that. But it's delayed a little bit longer. Yeah. Oh, we do have to go see Crazy Red today. Hey, look, there it is again. He used to be called Crazy Red, and now he's Jolly Red, right? Gosh dang it! Everything keeps coming back to the subject we started off the stream with. I guess that's just the way things are. Yeah, God, I cannot believe the new Xbox came out today. I personally don't. I don't hate Xbox or anything. Like I used to. I used to hate the Xbone so much. Like the Xbone used to represent everything wrong in gaming. And now they do a lot of good things. And now I'm actually like if I can potentially get one, I'd probably pick it up. I do want to keep an eye out for because Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales are going on soon. Maybe even some are starting right now. I do want to, if potentially I do get one or borrow an X-Bone, right? The original generation, not an X-Bone X or an X-Bone S, right? The original X-Bone. If I do, potentially, I do want to keep an eye out for Game Pass sales. Like if Game Pass goes on sale anywhere so I can get a few months. Because if I can, I definitely would pick up a few months of Game Pass to try out all those games. I don't know, I'm keeping nothing's set in stone at the moment, and nothing might happen at all, but I do definitely want to keep an eye out for those things. Because it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper than actually buying any of those games. I was so excited for Crash 4, but I don't have a PS5 or Xbox One. I hope it comes out on PC. I hope it comes out on PC and Switch. Yeah, I mean there is evidence in the game. From what I heard, this is a rumor. In the game's code, there is evidence of a Switch port. The fact that it didn't launch with a Switch port really did surprise me, because like the Insane Trilogy, not the Insane Trilogy, Crash Team Racing launched with a Switch port at launch. So I was genuinely surprised when Crash 4 didn't have a Switch port. But yeah, I could see it coming eventually. And I'm assuming the Crash and Spyro trilogies are on PC. I don't know for sure, but I would assume they would be. I don't know. I mean, there are developers like Rockstar who never put their games on PC, and if they do, it takes them forever. I actually do get that mentality, though. Right? It's kind of like what we're seeing with Cyberpunk, where the developers have admitted that, right, when the game was originally in development, it wasn't going to be a next-gen game. Right, when Cyberpunk originally started as a game for this right, the X-Bone and the PS4, but then, like, halfway through development, they shifted all their focus toward the PS5 and the Series X. But because of that, they're now having... The reason why Cyberpunk was delayed to December 10th or whatever was because the Xbox, the X-Bone and the PS4 ports were having trouble running. Right? Like, it was running fine on PC, it was running fine on next-generation consoles, but it wasn't running as good on current generation consoles. Or at least current for, like, the next, 2 days. The Switch version will probably be crap since SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom was really bad on Switch. I don't know. You never know with that. Because, I mean, there have been some... Yes, Switch ports usually do lose, some quality, right? Like, they lose visual fidelity and whatnot. But Switch ports are usually actually pretty decent. All things considered. Right, Switch ports actually, do a good job at... Or at least, there are a lot that don't. But every once in a while, you'll get a port that's actually, that, well, it loses some fidelity here and there. It's actually pretty decent. Dune 2016 was an amazing port. Skyrim was a pretty decent port, even though it was still Skyrim, so it had all the problems of Skyrim. The Witcher 3 was actually a pretty decent port. Aliens Colonial Marine, or was it? It wasn't Aliens Colonial Marines. It was, because that's the really bad one made by Gearbox. It's Alien Isolation. I think that's what it was a really good port. There are some AAA games on Switch that do get really good ports. It does happen every now and then. I'm still amazed GTA 5 hasn't been ported to Switch. I mean, I heard the Overwatch port wasn't too good. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm still amazed, because GTA 5 was a last generation game. It could easily be ported on Switch, and it'd run fine. I'm just amazed it hasn't happened. I know Rockstar and Nintendo have a complicated history, to say the least. But still. I mean, Nintendo and Bethesda made up, so anything's possible. And didn't LA Noire get on Switch as well? Yeah, I think that happened. Yeah, it does depend on how you do the port. Because, like, Big Red Button does amazing ports. They're the ones who did the Doom port. I think, was it Big Red Button? I think it was, it might not have been. But I know it does depend. But there was one studio, the studio that did the Doom port, did an amazing job, honestly. Like, that's seriously still one of the best Switch ports out there. And I have hopes for Doom, the Doom Eternal port, whenever that happens. It could be good. That's totally possible. Yeah, no, GTA 5, I mean, Overwatch is on Switch, and that was kind of a big deal. So I noticed the balloon present. The problem is, with all the turnips, if I get it, it's just going to fall into the turnips and be destroyed. Probably, anyways. I noticed that as well, and I didn't get it because of turnips. Even though it looks to actually be a little bit more forward than I thought it was. Maybe? Oh god, it's all the way back there. Yeah, I've gotten several presents, like, right here, and it would just be destroyed. It's like falling into a river. I was hoping GTA 6 for next-gen consoles. I'd be down for a GTA 6, but I don't know. Rockstar has definitely fallen from grace. I'll say that. Oh god, I can trash that. Like, yeah, they still make decent games, but Rockstar doesn't get called out nearly enough for microtransactions. Right? Like, Activision, Blizzard, EA, Ubisoft, right? They'll all get called out. Well, okay, Ubisoft less than the other two. But Activision, Blizzard, and EA will be called out. But people don't really call out 2K games, even though they're really bad at it. Especially with NBA 2K current year. They're really bad. And yeah, and Grand Theft Auto's to the point where it's been ported as many, if not more times than Skyrim. Like, we make fun of Todd Howard, but GTA 5 might be just as bad. But, I mean, to be fair, they are still, like, GTA, even though it's filled with microtransactions, GTA, they have continually updated that game. Like, every few weeks, I feel like there's at least some new cars added into the game. There's been plenty of new heists. I mean, there was the Doomsday heist, the casino heist, all the other heists I'm forgetting. And, like, there's new buildings to buy and whatnot. The microtransactions, the shark cards, they do make money. But and they are supporting the game. It's just things are so expensive. At least from what I've seen of it. I don't know, I haven't played GTA 5 in a long time. Mainly because I didn't have a console that could support it, right? Because I'm a Nintendo person. So once the 360 days ended, I didn't get an Xbone. I didn't get a PS4 until like last year, so yeah. But I do watch a lot of people play online, and there's some funny stuff that happens. Like, I remember when they added in the flying motorcycle. Not the Mach 2, or the Mark 2, the Mark 1, where it's got the rocket on the back and it's got wings. That was really cool to see. Right? Or when they added in the jet, because people have been wanting a jetpack in Grand Theft Auto since the original San Andreas, like 2 decades ago now. So to see GTA Online actually get a jetpack is really cool. And then they added in the armored Kuruma and the rocket Voltic, and the ramp car sucks, but it's a cool idea in theory. It's not durable at all. And their anti-cheat online is really bad. Is it? I wouldn't know. Oh god, and then there's the peyote stuff. Oh my god, I've been watching people Achievement Hunter mess around with peyote where you can turn into animals, and that's really cool. Why that isn't there like year round, I don't get it, because they only put it in at like certain times. But that peyote stuff is so funny. Yeah. Well, and I mean, modders are a good thing. I mean, modders make Bethesda games actually playable, because they aren't at launch. God, I need to play New Vegas. I really need to play New Vegas one of these days. I wonder if that's on Game Pass. It probably is. Nah, but you gotta play New Vegas on PC, where you can mod it and whatnot. God, one day I'm gonna play New Vegas. One day I'm gonna play New Vegas and I'm gonna love it, because I just know I will. Fallout is a good game. I mean, I have my copy of Fallout 76 right behind me, and I can tell you how good of a game that is. Actually, I can't. I've never played it before. I still have not played Fallout 76. I own it, but I haven't touched it yet. I just keep it behind me as a reminder that no matter how much shit I make, I'll never be the people who made Fallout 76. And no matter how bad my work is, I can always sell it, because they sold Fallout 76 for a full $60 price. People said oh, I know it's bad. I know it's bad. How long? How many clams do we have? We have 68. Alright, day number 2 of trying to get a tuna. I looked up videos to me, and it looks like Fallout 4, but online multiplayer. You know, honestly, if Fallout 76 was just Fallout 4, but you could, like, open up your world and bring in 3 of your friends to play along with you, no massively multiplayer no MMO bullshit, basically like that Obsidian game Grounded. I think that's the most recent example, where you've got your single player world you can go around and explore in, but then you can just basically open your world up and invite 3 of your friends over to play with you. That's it. That's all they had to do. It would actually probably, I mean, it'd still be buggy as hell, but people would actually probably enjoy it. But because it's this massive multiplayer online game, stuffed with microtransactions, that always has to be online, always has to be connected to a server, it's one of the worst games ever. Like, from what I've heard. And like this, and they can't No Man's Sky it. Like, No Man's Sky was in a terrible position, but they fixed No Man's Skies. Right? Like, No Man's Skies got better. No Man's Skies is another great example of multiplayer. Right? Where you can just, there's no massively multiplayer online, but you can just bring your friends over and play with you. Right? There's an offline mode, kind of, but you can just bring your friends over to play with you. Right? Connect over the internet. Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing works that way. Admittedly, Nintendo's problem with Animal Crossing is that when you have friends over, it limits the game too much. You can't talk to certain people, you can't do certain things. There's a lot of limitations they put on the game. Like, you can't exchange anything on the outside of your island for no reason, honestly. Like, there's nothing stopping them from, like, updating things. It's just Nintendo's still stuck in 1998. They don't understand the internet or how the internet works. Well, they barely understand it. But I'm not getting... we spent all day yesterday ranting about Nintendo. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing that again. We at least gotta wait a month. Maybe in a month's time I'll do it again. I'm sure they'll do something fucking stupid in a month, and that'll make me the big angry, and we'll complain about them in... Yeah, that can suck, but it helps protect your island from other people. I mean, yes, but like, if in like the friends menu, where's the friends menu? Like, I kind of wish I could just like go into the friends menu and like pick somebody and then like change, like, oh, maybe they can do this or maybe they can do that. Just give people like a variety of options to how their villagers can, right, to like what people can do. Only bad thing is that people can steal items on the ground and destroy flowers. Yeah. I don't know. There's at least like a dozen solutions in like different ways of how Nintendo could have fixed it, and instead they did nothing. But then again, I wouldn't expect anything from the company that didn't even catch multi-crafting as part of quality assurance and beta testing. Yeah, just give like general permissions to your island, like even a permission that makes it so that people who come to your island can't pick up items or pick up flowers, right? Have full customizability over what people can do. That would be really cool, and theoretically, like, you could do anything. Like, I could just open the island up at the start of every stream and have people over, because, yeah, why not? And I'd still have the flexibility to do whatever I wanted to do on that day's stream, because that's how flexible the game is. But no, of course, they don't get that. I have seen people come up with the idea of what if an island had like an always online mode, where you can like set up your island and like put a shop on your island, and then like people could just randomly like come over to your island and buy things from your shop. It's an interesting idea, but knowing how bad Nintendo is at netcode, it probably wouldn't end well, because it's Nintendo and it never ends well. I mean, I was hesitant when Minecraft did that. When Minecraft decided that every world was going to be an online world. I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. And it ended up being fine, but I was still hesitant about it, to say the least. I was going to ask if you could come over to... But I don't know if you want to, since you have a lot of... See, like, yeah, exactly. The turnips kind of ruin everything. And see, it's just a general policy that I don't have people over because of turnips. But like, if I could go into the settings and say like, hey, people can come over to my island, they can fish, they can catch bugs, they can't pick up any items, maybe they can water flowers. If I could like put in those settings, that would be amazing, right? It would give me all the freedom to do what I want. But no, right? I mean, and most studios probably wouldn't think of that, because that requires a lot of extra work. And while I have seen Nintendo go above and beyond in certain things, online capabilities is not one of them. Right? Because they don't understand online, like, at all. Why did I come to the shop? Oh, I needed to buy a new fishing rod, duh. Nintendo is very old-fashioned, and how they both make games, which is a good thing, but also how they expect people to play them. Like, the next Mario Party game should have the ability for you to play online with your friends. But it's not going to, because Nintendo is old-fashioned. That would be an amazing feature. Because Mario, I mean, even the new Mario Party, that's not great, is still selling amazingly well. And if Nintendo put Mario Party online, oh, that would be a game changer. But they probably aren't going to. Because they have a very traditional way of thinking about things. And while sometimes that really works. Like, I like Nintendo keeping couch co-op multiplayer alive is a big deal, because it's literally them and a few indie games like Overcooked. And that's it. Other than that, couch multiplayer, and I guess kind of Jackbox. Jackbox actually inhabits both realms, where you can do couch co-op and you can do online, and they both work equally well. God, the Jackbox games are good. They're so much fun. With the Switch Mario Party. Yeah, the Switch Mario Party had some basic online features, but it was terrible. They didn't commit to it, and they really needed to, because it would be a massive deal if they did. I still say the next Mario Party game shouldn't be a new Mario Party. I just want a remaster collection, all of the Crash Bandicoot, Insane, and Spyro trilogies for the first 3 Mario Parties, the N64 Mario Parties. But not their shitty ports of like Super Mario, like how they did them, the All Stars 3D collection. No, I want full remasters. Of course, Nintendo would never do that because they're Nintendo, right? And like or if they would, they'd only remaster like Mario Party 2. But I would love an Insane Trilogy style collection, full-on remakes for the first 3 Mario Parties. Because I'm still not convinced ND Cube know how to make a good Mario Party. I mean, they're getting better, but because like Super Mario Party was okay, definitely better than some of their previous attempts, but it's still not great. And I would just love to see a remake of the first few Mario Parties, because those are games we know are good, and I'm sure they couldn't fuck up a remake. I'm sure ND Cube wouldn't fuck up a remake of the first 3 Mario Parties. I mean, they could, but God, just a remake of the first 3 Mario Parties, have the ability to play online and like voice chat with your friends and whatnot. Oh my God, that would sell easily 10 million. And Super Mario Party, which is an okay-ish game, has already sold like 12 million units. So yeah, an online Mario Party would sell even more. Oh God, that would be crazy. Like seriously, that would sell so many units, and everybody would love it. But they'd never do it because that's too easy for Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't take the easy route. Instead, they take the difficult route that pisses everybody off. Oh, nice. I got one of those yesterday and was so confused because at first I was like, wait, another fossil? What? Because I was only paying half attention at the time. We caught more football fish. I'm still not sure if I want to do the football thing. I mean, it'd be funny for sure, but oh God, I can't. I say I don't want to rant about Nintendo, and then I just spent the last 10 minutes ranting about it. God, I just have such strong feelings, you know, right? How does the song go? I've got big gigantic feelings about most everything. I don't remember how the song goes. Shit, I screwed that one up. Yeah. I mean, we're on Twitch, so I can't sing because Twitch has clamped down on music. Which is complicated, to say the least. I don't know, luckily I'm not one of those streamers who, like, puts music, like, who starts up their streams and, like, plays, like, a song and then actually, like, while everybody shows up. Maybe I should, and I have thought about it, but now with, like, the current circumstances, nah, that's not gonna happen. Plus, the loading screen for Animal Crossing is good enough for me. Because it does. Every update, it takes a little longer to load the game. It now takes well over a minute. Where before it took, I don't know, probably less than 30 seconds. Probably. I don't remember the exact number. I'd have to go back and time it. Luckily, I have all the footage, but still. That's effort. Gosh dang it, an olive flounder, really? I don't need a baby fish. That's still that's a red snapper. Or a football fish, I guess. They're both about the same size. Anything else? Xbox. Game Explains, which I haven't watched any of Good Vibe Gaming yet. Like, they came out, and I know they did a news thing, which I know their news thing opened up with them being sponsored by Game Explains. Again, they're just trying to prove that there's no bad blood between them. But yeah, I know they did like a news thing, and I don't know, it doesn't seem bad. Honestly, Good Vibe Gaming actually kind of reminds me now more of Kinda Funny. Like, it definitely feels like I know Game Explains has always done their discussions, and that's been memed to death, that, like, we get a 1-minute trailer, and we get an hour-long Game Explains discussion. I never complained about it, honestly. I always liked the Game Explains discussions. But now, Good Vibe Gaming, with, like, how they're doing news and whatnot. And it also, I mean, I know Game Explains has branched out from Nintendo. Like, I know they've been covering the PS4 and the Xbox One, or the Xbox Series X. But it also, so they have been branching out. But yeah, Good Vibe Gaming kind of reminds me of, like, more like Kinda Funny, or is it What's Good Games? Is that Andrea Renee's thing? I don't know, I don't like Andrea Renee. That's a personal thing, though. Like, she seems like a fine enough person. I don't know, there's just, she's done some things that rub me the wrong way. Ooh, that one looks pretty big. Oh, yeah, hear that. It's a tuna! Yes, I caught a tuna. It's a little off-key. Oh, that worked, and we still have 35 clam bait. Nice. You know, honestly, I was worried that I was gonna catch the blue marlin. Like, that was one of my big worries. That, like, oh, I'm gonna find that large shadow, and it's just gonna end up being the blue marlin. I could have easily seen that happening. Because I think that happened before with either the Mahi Mahi. I think it happened with the Mahi, or with the Great Calhoun. It wasn't called Great Trevally is actually what it's called. What's the Great Calhoun? I don't know. But it was while I was trying to get the Great Trevally, I caught a second Mahi Mahi. At least I think that's what happened. I definitely know I caught more than one Mahi Mahi. Ooh, a mushroom umbrella. What does that look like? I have a specific image in my head of, like, a portobello mushroom umbrella. Or, like, maybe like a mushroom cap? Yes. Okay, that's what I want. Yeah, it was, I admittedly was expecting it to be more of, like, a gray color. But yeah, that's great. Alright, let's give the tuna to, what's it? Oh, we should go talk to Red as well at some point. We should probably go do that. See if I need to bring over a second person to get the other painting if he has more than one. Assess fossils. Or, oops. Donation. Make a donation. We have, so the tuna disappeared in what, May? Something like that. After months, we finally got it. We finally have fancy tuna. Oh, might I interest you in some fascinating facts about the tuna? Wonderful, I would love nothing more. The tuna is a large ocean fish that can reach upwards of 9 feet long. Besides its great size, it's notable for continuing to swim even when it's sleeping. Well, to be fair, it doesn't keep swimming. It won't be able to breathe, and it will, of course, die. But sleep should be restful. Whatnot. If I were a tuna, I would feel very hard done. And there you have it. Fascinating stuff now. Rest assured, all donations are displayed in a timely manner, blah, blah, blah. So when I make I've been calling it fancy tuna for the past few weeks. That is 100% me referring to Oron High School Host Club, which we talked about like a month ago now on stream. That is 100% me referring to that. I guess I'll sell the football fish for now. I mean, I've got 6 tucked away, and with them being so big, I feel like 6 is more than enough. And if we need to get more, we can get more. They're not too rare. And we'll keep the extra bait. There's still 2 more fish we're missing, so I'm sure we'll find those 2 more fish, like, next month. Yeah, next month, I'm sure we'll find those last 2 fish. Let's go talk to Red, shall we? I'm trying to multitask right now. I'm trying to pull up the whatever while also getting to the going to Red, the paintings. Okay, there's the start of it. Here it is. Oh, wow, I actually pulled it up faster than normal. Normally it takes a few seconds. All right. Mona Lisa's fake. I don't know about the other ones. The gyroid is fake. We already have this one, even though I think it's real, actually. Yeah, this is real, but we already have it. That's obviously fake. That's obviously fake. Is this the only... What about this one? I don't recognize this one, but I might already have it. It looks like one I already have. The amazing painting. The fake one does not have the hat. Oh, so this is fake. Okay, so that's fake. I'm pretty sure the gyroid is fake because of the little antennas on the side of its head. You see those sticking out? That makes it fake. Mona Lisa has eyebrows. That's easy. So it's got to be this one that's real, so I guess we'll buy this one. The Jolly painting. Sure. Alright, Red. You're such a disappointment, as always. Okay, let me... I want to pull up my... I want to head down to the museum. So tomorrow... Did I... Actually, I don't think I ever did flowers as well. We should do flowers. Oops, I did not open the right one. I'm trying to open up my fish catalog. So this one is fake. So that one's wrong, but this up one is correct. Because, yeah, that's yellow. So this one is good. And we'll water everything else. So, hopefully tonight I'll go capture some gameplay of Pikmin 3. And then maybe tomorrow I will do the in Animal Crossing review of Pikmin 3. Maybe, I mean, it might not happen. Gosh dang it, our watering can broke. Let's go get a new watering can. That's what I want to do tomorrow. That doesn't mean I will, but I'm definitely thinking about it. I don't know. I might have to wait until Thursday when I have a day off. Yeah. And then I need to get back to playing the Pokemon DLC. Because I haven't touched the Pokemon DLC. Alright, let's buy a new watering can, because mine broke. Oh, we got an elephant. Did I buy... I was only half paying attention. Did I buy 2 watering cans? Yes, I did. Okay. I was only half paying... I was checking a notification on something. And so I was like only half paying attention. Yeah, because I do have university. I do have to go down to the university tomorrow. That is a thing I do have to do. I mean, I went down to the university today. All right, let's go see our tuna in action, or on display, I mean. So, over on my... So this is where I keep track of all my stuff. We can check off tuna. We can also check off blowfish, which I hadn't yet. And all the rest is checked off. Yeah. So I can make that green. We're getting close to being done. We are getting close. Angelfish. Your salmon. I'm assuming the tuna's going to be in the big tank, but you never know with this game. I mean, the freaking hammerhead's in the weirdest place. Yeah, there's their tuna. There's our tuna, blue marlin, great trevally, mai, suckerfish, sunfish, great white, whale shark, and yeah. And whatever the big swarm is in the background, I don't know. Or whatever, and also whatever's circling the shark. Like that little bugger over there. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, sucker. Why is it that the horse mackerel, of all things, is in this giant tank? Oh, those are anchovies. Okay, that makes sense. How is the horse mackerel ended up in here? That's just weird. And then down here, we got our vampire squid. There's our sea pig. There's the sea pig. There's one of the crabs. And there's our barrel eye. There's one of the 12 apostles of Helix. I'm assuming the spider crab's going to be back there when we eventually donate one. God, look at the football fish is so ugly. Oh, God. And the oarfish is at such a weird angle as well. Like, the way it just, like, is almost vertical. Oh, it's so weird. Wait, did something happen? Players level... Oh, so I guess some new Pokemon Go update. Got jellyfish. There's another crab. What else am I looking for? I'm looking for the blowfish. Yeah, that's it. Oh, God, the Napoleon. got to be in here, because I think the pufferfish is in this one. Oh my god, look at the gazami. I think that's the gazami anyways. Oh god, look at it. So precious. Oh look, there's our blowfish and there's our pufferfish. There they are. Pufferfish is definitely a little bigger. Tapping on the glass. Is that the abalone? Huh. Neat. Okay. So yeah, we got the tuna. That was, I mean, it took us an extra day, but it was still a success at the end of the day. Yeah. From here, yeah, I mean, I do want to go get another red, because Crab Rave is missing a red king crab. So at some point, we're going to have to do that. At some point, we're going to sell all of our turnips. I don't know when, but at some point, that's going to happen. Either Thursday or sometime between Thursday and Saturday. We're going to sell all of our turnips. God, I should really do the Pikmin review tomorrow. I really should. I should switch from one watering can to the other. Alright, let's put all this away. Climbing wall, heart shades. I guess let's put the extra watering can away. I just gotta remember not to forget about it. Because I most certainly will. Alright, I think that's where we're gonna end up. Let's check my Nook Miles first, actually. Oh, and we should also go to the computer. Yeah, we should also totally go check out the computer. Gosh dang it, there's always something that keeps me back another minute. I always forget to check the computer, man. Did I check the computer yesterday? No, I must have. If it was a fruit day yesterday, I must have. Hey, Whitney, how you doing? Oh, what a pleasure to see you. These days seem so short. And there's our achievement. I can't believe we're so close to being done with, like, fishing and whatnot. I mean, we might fish again afterwards, but that's still few and far in between. Once we cross the threshold. Oh, I don't think I have that one. Only me. Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar. Yeah, that's cool. Gosh dang it, I've now got that song stuck in my head. You know, it'd probably be different just listening to the musical. I didn't really care for it. I probably enjoyed it a lot better if I watched it though, because I'm not gonna say it's bad or anything. It's Be More Chill. Like, I had heard people like build up Be More Chill. I was like, oh, it's like this nerdy musical. It's really good. And in concept, I'm like, oh, that's not bad. So I listened to it. Around the same time I found out what the Adventure Zone was, actually. I think I found out those within like 2 days of each other. And I didn't really care for it. I mean, I think I listened to it one other time, like on my drive down to the university. I did, like, drive back down there and back. I don't know, I just never really cared for it. I mean, some of the songs are good. The one I've particularly got stuck in my head is fantastic. What's it called? A Guy That I'd Kind of Be Into. Yeah, that one's really good. Or do I have Play Rehearsal stuck in my head? I think I have Play Rehearsal stuck in my head, actually. They're both good songs either way. And there's a few other good ones in there. Pitiful Children's pretty decent. But yeah, I just didn't love Be More Chill. I do love me a musical, though. But yeah, I guess that's where we're going to end off for today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I definitely know we're not streaming until at least 3, if not later. We'll see, we'll see. But that's where I'm going to end off for today, so I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.